What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Phantom United podcast. My name is Gio. I hope all of you are doing just amazing out there. In case you're wondering, yes, I'm not home. I'm not on my usual podcasting station with my usual background. I am actually visiting family for a couple of weeks. So this will be a temporary setup for the time being. I hope it's not too distracting for you. I hope all of you had a great weekend, watched the Super Bowl. About that, again, this is the second time in 3 years I thought the game was a little underwhelming. The other one being when Brady faced the Rams back when he was with the Patriots. And also, I thought the commercials for the Super Bowl were pretty underwhelming. Yeah, not one of them really stood out. We didn't get that many trailers. Understandably so. We're in a pandemic. We don't know exactly when movie theaters are going to come back. So I think a lot of studios were afraid to spend so much money to market a movie that they're not even certain would come out on their planned release date. Because those Super Bowl commercials are so expensive. So kind of made sense, but still a little bit bummed. We did get M. Night Shyamalan's upcoming movie Old, which looks very Shyamalan-like, looks creepy and weird. And The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which I have yet to watch because I want to do a trailer reaction. So look out for that on this channel. But yeah, this podcast will be all DC news this episode. And boy, do we have some breaking news to get to. Boom. Jared Leto's Joker, official images via Vanity Fair from director Zack Snyder. That's right, our first look at Jared Leto's Joker, 2 images. Here's the first one, right there, up close image. Look at that. Notice there's no tattoos anywhere, just white face paint with black, and he's wearing some gloves. Yeah, I like that. Also got some, looks like cuts and scars. Again, this takes place in the future in the Justice League movie. So at this point, like I said previously, this is the nightmare sequence where Darkseid, the big baddie, won, and the superheroes are either killed or in hiding. And yeah, Jared Leto's Joker survived. Look at that right there. Long hair, very road weary, Mad Max like, wearing a doctor's gown, and he got his surgical gloves. And yep, that's exactly what Zack Snyder teased. And for weeks we heard Jared Leto talk about Zack Snyder and praise him for being a madman, being a maverick, and just loving his energy and his vision. And we get our first taste here, and these images look great. I did read the Vanity Fair article, and I'll just go through a couple of quotes here that I want to point out, so try and follow along if you would be so kind. First one right here from Zack Snyder says, "The Joker is really the only thing I thought of in this retrospect, but I will say that it was always my intention to bring Joker into that world." So what he's talking about is the additional photography for Zack Snyder's Justice League. It's been reported, as you may have read, that Zack Snyder did shoot some additional photography, and it's been confirmed it's about 4 or 5 minutes worth of additional photography out of the 4-hour cut. And so Jared Leto was a big part of that with his Joker. So that's the first quote I want to bring up. Second one here, Vanity Fair describes some of what we can expect for Jared Leto's Joker. They're saying in some of his Justice League scenes, Leto's Joker also sports a bulletproof festooned with grimy law enforcement badges. And Snyder says he has a ton of badges. Those are his trophies. Man, very dark. So you expect him with a bulletproof vest, some badges of some cops he probably killed, and it doesn't get any darker than that. below there, Vanity Fair describes what I've been telling you guys this whole time, a futuristic setting where Darkseid invades and decimates the planet, and Superman is a bad guy, and Bruce Wayne, Ben Affleck's Batman, has no choice but to turn to his his nemesis, Jared Leto's Joker, and they got to work together to figure something out. And another quote here from Snyder says, "The cool thing about this scene is that it's Joker talking directly to Batman about Batman. It's Joker analyzing Batman about who he is and what he is. That's the thing I also felt like fans deserve from the DC universe. That is to say, the Jared Leto Joker and the Ben Affleck Batman, they never really got together. It seemed uncool to me that we would make it all the way through this incarnation of Batman and Joker without seeing them come together. And specifically, it'll be the scene explains why Bruce had the Joker card taped to his gun that you see in Batman v Superman. Remember that future nightmare sequence where Batman's kind of in a desert setting? Yeah, there was a Joker card attached to that gun, in case you missed it, as he's reminding you here. And yeah, it's great. I love it. I love that we're revisiting the nightmare sequence, seeing the interaction between Jared Leto's Joker and Ben Affleck's Batman. This might be the only time we get it, guys. This might be the only time that we see them interact. Who knows what happens after this movie releases, Zack Snyder's Justice League. There's hope and optimism from fans, myself included, that HBO Max will do a sequel or some sort of continuation of this, but that largely depends on how many people watch it and the reception to this movie as well. So it's a lot riding on it. But Zack Snyder continues. I'd always wanted to explore the death of Robin. So he's talking about his plans. And if there was ever going to be a next movie, which of course there probably won't be, I wanted to do a thing where in flashbacks we learned how Robin died, how Joker killed him and burned down Wayne Manor, and that whole thing that happened between he and Bruce. So if you remember Batman v Superman, yeah, Wayne Manor is burned down. That's why Bruce Wayne is at his fancy glass lake house. And Snyder wanted to dig into that backstory. Remember the Robin costume that Ben Affleck's Batman looks at and it says, ha ha ha, joke's on you, Batman. Well, everything was going to come together and Snyder was going to explain that. And he hints here that, there may not be another movie after this. At least he's not, raising his expectations to that because he knows how Warner Brothers treated him the last time. And we know how Warner Brothers treated him the last time. So he's just playing it safe. Again, never say never. A lot of it rides on how many people watch it and the reception to it. But Snyder continues, the plan was to show how they became like this, how he hurt him in a way that no one else has, really. Other than losing his parents, was probably the most significant personal injury to his life. Yep, Jared Leto killing Robin, and that led to the Batman that we saw in Batman v Superman. And that's something that we really want to see explored, and hopefully it does. And he continues down here. He addresses some of the questions that you may have. Again, where are the facial tattoos, the damage, the eye drops? And Snyder says, again, try and follow along. And when asked, is there tattoo removal in their apocalypse? I would say that there's been some water under the bridge. Who knows what happened? I don't know if he's wearing makeup. I don't know what's happening. It's hard to say exactly. So Snyder isn't really, thinking too hard about that. He's just giving his take of Jared Leto's Joker. He knows he only has a limited amount of time and a limited amount of money to put towards this. So he's just going at it. He's just going forward with it. And maybe if he gets another chance, he'll further explain it even more. But for now, Vanity Fair is saying his version of Justice League will exist on its own, making use of some material from other DC movies, but standing alone as kind of an Elseworlds tale. As Joker might advise, just roll with the chaos. And that's exactly what I'm doing. I love this. I love this look. It looks like, Jared Leto didn't have to, shave his head or, get that haircut again. He just, hey, come shoot this real quick. Get, some more of your Joker out there to the audiences who were robbed of his Joker. And look, this looks great. Can't wait. Let me know your thoughts, guys, on Jared Leto's Joker. First official look. What do you think of the look? And yeah, I'm betting we'll see him in the trailer, which, speaking of which, the trailer for Zack Snyder's Justice League will debut, the next trailer, this Sunday at approximately 9:14 a.m. Pacific time. I don't know why that time specifically, but I understand the date, 2/14, February 14th, this Sunday, 2/14 being the original runtime of his cut. It makes sense. I'm excited for it, and hopefully you guys are too. Speaking of Snyder Cut, I wanted to bring this up real quick. This is a cool charity thing that they're doing at Ink to the People. It's a Snyder Cut football. That's right. This here is a screenshot. I ordered 2 of these, and at the time of this recording, there's about 4 days left, a couple of hours, about maybe 10 or 12 hours, but there's 4 days left. Get your football. I will leave a link in the description below. I think this looks pretty fucking awesome if I'm, being honest. I love this, and it's again a little bit of a celebration because of Superbowl Sunday. And again, if you're interested in that, I'll leave a link in the description below where you can order yours. If you don't happen to get one, I might do a giveaway. I did order 2, and yeah, it's always nice to give back. So stay tuned for that. And let's move on to the next story. And the next story also involves Zack Snyder's Justice League. Here's an image that previews just how brutal, how violent Steppenwolf, the big baddie, is going to be in Zack Snyder's Justice League. Here's a clip with no audio of him fighting Amazonians on Themyscira. Look at that. They pinned him down, but wait. Boom. My goodness. Yeah, let's watch that again real quick. Look at it again. It zooms in. Steppenwolf. Yeah, those Amazonian warriors, they're tough, man. They are tough, but this is Steppenwolf here. As a reminder, he is Darkseid's uncle. Darkseid's uncle. So he's the first to invade. And, well, this 2017 movie came out already. Obviously, the League, prevails. But, yeah, this version of Steppenwolf, again, more hype. All right. I love the design. I love that they're going with the original look. And R-rated, you better believe Zack Snyder is going to make this villain look scary. He's not just going to be some throwaway villain. I think there's going to be a lot of weight to this character, and yeah, it'll be a formidable opponent for the Justice League. Can't wait for that. You guys let me know your thoughts. You think it's too violent? Again, it is R-rated, and hey, you might be a fan of it. Who knows? Never, have an open mind. All right, let's move on. The next piece of news deals with Shazam 2. That's right, the upcoming sequel from director David Sandberg, who directed the first movie. He's addressing some casting rumors about whether or not Henry Cavill's Superman will be making an appearance. Now, if you don't remember, at the end of the first movie, spoiler, but this is one of those DC moments that, as much as I love this universe, I can't defend this. So Shazam shows up at a school. Again, Shazam is really Billy Batson, the kid. So he shows up at his school to back up and support one of his friends who's been bullied throughout the movie. And he sits as Shazam and has lunch with his friend. All the kids in the cafeteria are watching, and he tells his friend, "I invited somebody." And at first, you think it's Superman. Like, you see the full costume, and he's walking with his tray, but then it cuts, and it's Superman, but the head isn't showing. It. I mean, it's one of those clips that, oh my god, what the hell was that? And the movie ends. It takes you out the movie, and you're just like, um, why did you include that in there? And it's because there was scheduling conflicts with Henry Cavill to appear as Superman because he was doing Mission Impossible Fallout, I believe. Or he might have been doing The Witcher. I can't really remember, but he was doing something and he couldn't make it. But the filmmakers really wanted Superman to be in there. And I get it. I get why they wanted it, because they wanted to just go all in on this movie, okay, this Shazam movie. In case it failed, they wanted to make sure that they did everything that they wanted to do, for whether it was introducing the Shazam family or having Superman, whether it's Henry Cavill's head or no head. It's Superman's body right there. And it was one of the most fucking weird things that I've seen in a comic book movie. And yes, I'm a fan of DC. I love DC. Can't wait for Snyder Cut. But that thing was just fucking weird. Anyways, so the director comes out and comments on whether or not Henry Cavill will be in the movie. And he says, not going to comment on casting rumors for several reasons. One being, you can't be too sure about anything until it's happened. Halfway through shooting Shazam, the plan was still for Cavill to be in it. Scoopers could have scooped that and been right at the time, but wrong at the end. And he says below, though I can't confirm with 90% certainty that Shazam will appear in Shazam 2. So if you're a fan of that character, you might enjoy Shazam 2. David Sandberg. If you guys follow him on Twitter, he's funny. You just can't but love his tweets. But yeah, he's saying, look, I'm not going to comment on rumors. Things change. One moment Henry Cavill's free and available, the next moment he's not. And so, would he love to have Superman and Shazam 2? I think so. I think that's what he wanted for the first movie, clearly. And who knows? I would love to see it. I mean, if you're going to do Superman, again, don't give us Superman, okay? Not from the neck down. Like, that just doesn't work. But yeah, so he's playing a smart game, and we just have to wait and see. Who knows? Maybe we won't find out until we're actually sitting in the theater watching Shazam 2. But yeah, just fingers crossed. Well, that's going to do it, guys. That's going to do it for me. Thanks for joining me, Fandom United podcast. I appreciate your time. I appreciate your subscription. Let me know your thoughts, comments below. And again, if you want to order your Snyder Cut football and donate to American Foundation for Suicide Prevention, I'll leave a link down below. Check it out. And yeah, until next time, guys, have a good one.